We are on the verge of a time of great strife and conflict within the Deepwoken community. The Great War is upon us. What is the Great War, you might ask? Dan VR, why are you retard maxing at whatever it is, 3 a.m. right now? Well, let me tell you. Over the last couple updates, the last couple Agamatsu streams, which might as well just be the head dev, I've noticed a troubling trend. A disastrous destination for the community. Which is, we play like two different games now. PvE and PvP, it's not even like, oh, I prefer to do one or the other, but I still like dip my toes in the water, see what it's like on the, see how the other half lives. You either do like one or the other, it seems. Like now with instanced PvE content, you can play the game and completely avoid PvP, which was never supposed to be the case. That was not the case, but for whatever reason in this massive sprawling fantasy overworld that so much effort was put into creating, all of the main content is in an instanced server, which is okay. But yes, the community is more divided than ever because we're playing two different games. I swear to God. PvE players complain that, oh, if we get ganked, we can't fight back, or PvP players, they just like, nah, 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 nah. We have to coddle PvE. We have to breastfeed and coddle them because they have what appears to be the critical thinking skills of an orphan. They never went to school. The only teacher they ever had was like a rat scurrying across a newspaper in an alleyway. Everything with like the Agamatsu getting backlash about like the ideas that he has presented, which were already on the dev's radar. I'll tell you right now, the changes to relics and bosses, they were already talking about it. Changes to corrupted payback, they were already talking about it. There's been all this talk of nerfing PvE because it's gotten out of control. I know that the devs wanted the game to be more casual, but fuck, it's a sandbox game now. And then the relic rates. People have gotten used to relics and legendary weapons and all this armor and shit being as common as it is, when that was never really supposed to be how it worked. So when Ferryman got the nerf, and he's no longer the main space for relics, people were pissed. They're still pissed. They had a fucking picket fence riot in Player General about how fucked up it is. And it's like, it never should have been like this in the first place. It would be accurate to say that this relic rate, the ease of farming, was never the intention. Because when you're playing on Deepwoken now, and it's, oh, I need to reroll my bell. It's, let me go farm Ferryman and get an idol. When the intention was, I need to go talk to Ms. Morales, which means I have to do floor 2, where you risk wiping, because it's a permadeath game, and you're expected to wipe per the description. So the relics are way more common than they probably should be. Same for enchants and legendaries. Now, I'm not saying it has to be a fucking slugfest. 10 hours a day farming like you're chained to your computer. I'm just saying, if you do 10 ferryman, yeah, it makes sense you get a legendary. It's not you should get 10 legendaries from one fucking ferryman, which is an exaggeration, but still, I've done it before and I've gotten 2 Storm's Eye and a crit blade. What the fuck is going on? Same with Primadon now. Big ol' Primadon. I got a Purist Keeper. 2 Storm's Eye, and an Imperial Staff. I thought I was supposed to get Imperial Staffs from doing Maestro. I thought that's the whole fucking point he exists. Maestro weapons and legendary weapons. So it's gotten to a point where it's so easy to get these relics and these items, and that was never the intention. So now even when the devs make an effort to sort of correct it and move back to normal, people are pissed because they've had it so good for so long. They don't want things to be how they were intended. They want it to be easy, which it's just not really good for the overall health of the game to have the community so divided that we're playing entirely different spaces and needing entirely like custom tailored updates. Because PvP needs super like hyper specific balancing, and a lot of the monsters that are good in PvE you don't really see in PvP. You get what I mean? Like, you sort of alternate weeks where one half of the community gets content, the other half waits, then you switch it up. It's all gonna come crashing down eventually. By eventually, I mean Conquest, when inevitably there are rewards that you can only get from Conquest. So now the PvE fucking babies, I should have a way to get this. I shouldn't have to PvP. Well, go fuck yourself, man, because I don't care anymore. Well, like and sub, click the like button. Cheers.